Uh, I'm not really expecting. I mean, like to say that I'm not expecting is kind of it's kind of whatever at this point because there's a lot of things that happened in the past few months that I didn't expect to happen that happened. But we only have so many days, and like I was watching them count the votes live. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
same here.
And just watching the number of yays versus nays slowly, watching the gap between them slowly get bigger, and then seeing him, oh yeah, he's impeached. They voted to impeach him. But like, regardless of how regardless of how much everybody says they want him out of office right now, I think it's less about them actually wanting him out of office and more about preserving a false sense of security. You know what I mean? I think that like right now they're more focused on making people feel safe. If that makes any sense. Like Trump definitely still has friends in the Senate, and I think that
Are you saying you're
you know I think
making America feel safe?
yeah, I'm saying like in a sense of because they know like the whole country and like other countries even are watching us right now,
Hmm.
and especially with everything that just happened. Like if I was a longtime Trump supporter, like in a sense of like being like a politician, uh, and everything that just happened last week happened, I'm not gonna be still at least not publicly riding that train. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
Because I feel like they definitely want to provide a sense of security, even if it's not an authentic one.
right.
Because I think they are very afraid of possible threats now regarding insurrection and domestic terrorism.
Hmm.
And if it was me and I was somebody on Capitol Hill, I would be all over every camera, every news station possible right now, basically trying to just appease the general public
Hmm.
and make sure that nothing crazy happens in the next 5 days.
Right.
So
Yeah, it would be. I think it would be pretty interesting to see what exactly goes down because I know there's been a lot of chatter, based off what I've seen in the news. Yeah, and I've seen a couple sources that you guys showed us, the whole Reddit thread. I don't know how in depth you guys went into that. I didn't really take too much of a look because I already heard a bunch of different things as far as all 50 states are kind of on lookout for insurrectionists to storm the capitals and cause ruckus. But I don't know how legitimate that's going to be. I don't know how crazy that will get. But
Well, apparently they're still like planning to do whatever they're planning to do on the inauguration day.
mhm,
Like they're finding different media outlets to speak on. Like one that people should be on the lookout for is Telegram, and that's the one that I posted in the podcast,
mhm,
and which is amazing to me because these guys they go from Parlor that is shut down, and they claim about being all American, American made, yada yada yada, and they go to this app, and from what I've seen, like as far as the comments concerned, anyway, like they say that this is a Russian made app, and they go in there, bring their mess on there. And it's like, how you gonna be all about America first, America being great, and then you're on a Russian app talking about how you're gonna attack America? Like, how are you gonna do that? And then,
bro.
like, these are news reporters actually saying, like, this woman, in one video said that, and I think it was on MSNBC that I showed you guys. She said that she signed into it. Um, Seeing what some people were saying. They were saying the exact same thing as they were on Parlor,
Mhm.
and saying that you can't make us go away. Like, still hate speech. Like, there's still hate speech in there. Like and yeah, like it won't go away. It won't go away like that. It's just something that people need to moderate,
Yeah.
but it still won't go away. But you can't say they're not planning. They're still gonna plan something, and we just all got to be a little bit more careful now than ever.
Yeah.
Uh, because if this impeachment uh, does go through, I haven't been keeping track of it because I think another group of people have to vote on it um, to
yeah,
finalize it, and then it could make it worse as far as the Trump supporters are concerned, like the diehard Trump supporters.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, I don't even know. Like I'm at a loss at this point. We just gotta keep eyes and ears open. Um, do our diligence. Like if you see threats, report it.
Hmm. I
Make
think
sure
I
you
think
I
that
will.
follow
part.
them.
Go ahead, like it.
I just real quick. I just will say that I do want him to get impeached, just because it stops him from running again, and I think that's the most important thing that everybody may not be aware of. Do I think that it's gonna happen? I honestly don't know, but like there have been things that people have like predicted and analyzed and theorized and been right before, and then there's also times when the general public's been wrong. So like,
Hmm.
we only have so many days, and it kind of depends on whether or not they're gonna go through all the regular red tape or they just move as fast as possible to get him out. And I don't know which one they're gonna do, but I think it would be more beneficial to have him impeached just so that we don't have this mess again in the next 4 to 8 years.
Yeah. Do you actually
Uh,
think he has the potential to win again, given that everything's happened within the past? Well, I would say the main focus has been like the past 2 years where stuff has gotten really messy. But do all y'all think he has the potential to win again?
But I wanna bounce off what Liggett said,
Okay.
but I'm gonna answer your question really quick. If people like take based off what he did in the past month, no, I don't think he's gonna win. Will he get a high vote count on Republican side? Yes, I think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But if people like knowing and have a conscience, they should do the right thing and vote him out. He shouldn't. I would hope that he wouldn't even make it up to the final presidential portion of the race.
Right.
But to bounce off what Liggett said, for him to get him getting impeached and him being banned from office is two different things. Banned from running again is
well,
two
yeah,
different things. So he has to get impeached first, and then they would have to vote to ban him. I think
yeah,
I
that's
showed
what
you
I'm
that,
saying.
sent you that video
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yeah,
well, that's what I meant, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like this process is important for that reason specifically. Like yeah, he'll lose his pension and like his $1 million a year allowance and all that, Secret Service protection. All right, cool. That's all fine and dandy. But what I'm worried about is him not being able to run again. And
yeah, that's
that's what
very
I'm worried
scary.
about. And I feel like there's a lot of people who don't know the specifics of these things. They pay attention to keywords like impeachment and uh, like all the hot words that the different news stations like to push, and they don't really like follow like what's in certain propositions or bills or whatever.
Yeah.
So they just hear, oh, taxes are going up and down or gas prices are going up and down, and they don't really pay attention to why they're going up and down or what comes with it, what the reasoning behind that is. And sometimes it can be scary to be stuck in that mindset. But I'm not trying to drag on. But basically, yeah, I do hope he gets banned and he's not eligible to run again, because I didn't think he was going to win the first time. Didn't think any of the stuff in the last month would ever happen,
Yeah.
but it ended up happening. And I think he's ignited something in the hearts of American people that is not just going to go away once he's gone. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
There
Hmm.
will be people who are inspired by him. There will be people who are motivated by him, who want to like follow in his footsteps. You know, and it might not be 4 years from now. It might be like 8 years from now, or 12 years from now. But he's definitely set the stage, and he's people who have his same kind of mindset now have that kind of validation. Like, oh well, if he can do it, I can do it. You know
Right.
what I mean? So that's what I'm worried
Just
about.
like seeing your homie making out the hood.
Yeah,
Like honestly.
yeah. Except
True
except
though.
he wants to burn them all down.
All right,
Well,
moving. You got something to add?
no, I was gonna say
Go ahead.
I did show you guys another thing about, and this is insane. Uh, Regarding the cop Eugene Goodman.
Black dude.
And yeah, during the insurrection, like it's crazy. Like I've seen some theories about this guy. If he had never led that crowd away, like they could have potentially the insurrectionists could have potentially got what they wanted. Um
Which is what?
and this is what I said on the chat. Like they could have potentially, if they had gotten into the Senate floor, if they had gotten to Mike Pence and Nancy Pelosi and killed them, the idea that Trump could have, called declared martial law and then like overturned the election like blows my mind. Like it's just somebody came up with that theory, and that's what's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like could he have actually have done that if they got away with it?
Mhm.
Because like you see the dudes with the zip ties, and then they had a
Yeah.
friggin' noose outside. Like, oh, okay, this is a. I'm here for this. Like, what? Why would people stand outside and chant "Stop the Steal" when you see something like that out there? You just, I,
It's just a
dude,
prop, man. It's just there.
it's
It's
just
just
a
a
problem.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's just a
it's
party
fully
prop.
functioning. It was fully
Are you
functioning.
sure? Have you tried putting your head in there and seeing?
Yeah,
oh god.
is it? I think. Yeah,
Oh god, no.
it's just like yeah, I've seen comments that granted people said he's like, yo, I think that's fully functioning. It looks like set up to go. But all we seen was just the top part picture of it.
Mm,
Like, but they had the straight up gallows there, like that. Man,
Yeah.
okay, I'm done.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, there's stuff like that, but how close is that to what it could have actually been? It's very, very, very close. And
Yeah, it could have been dangerous.
realistically, like what they were talking about, like I'm watching, whatever news program we watch in the morning. Pretty sure it's like CNN or something, and they're talking about the one of the politicians was in there. Ooh, excuse me. Her panic button was removed, and
Yeah, I saw what you're
that's
talking about. Yeah.
that's a random thing. Why is your panic button that you definitely know because you have to set this thing off every once in a while when you do drills isn't there anymore, and it just happens to be on the day where everybody's running in there.
Yep.
Interesting. And then the other part of it is the day before they're noticing that a lot of people are doing tours, and the only way these people can do tours is if they go in from some other politician. And the thing is, these people are walking around without their politicians. They were showing them the different chamber rooms, and the guys, when they were moving through with some type of accuracy. They were like, oh, okay, let's go this way, we know how to get to who accidentally makes it that a door away from the Senate, who's 10 or 100 feet away from where these high profile people are when they're supposed
Right.
to be protecting them randomly. I don't know. I, I'm not. I don't call myself a conspiracy theorist at all, but like some of that stuff
It
just
makes you wonder.
it just adds up too well, and
Yeah.
you're just like, we know the things that are true in this world. It's science and math, and they work on variables too, and that variable, those variables, X was a little bit different this time, but if X was what they wanted it to be, we could have had the situation we're talking about.